I really wanted to like Star Reach,
Uh-oh, here it comes.
but I just couldn't bring myself to it. The premise sounded awfully cool. You control the production of a group of planets, and when you set out to conquer new planets, you send your ship in and control them in arcade-style combat a la Star Control.
Let me guess. Beautifully planned, poorly executed?
That's about the size of it. Star Reach sets out to be a scenario-oriented, very simple strategy management game in a space setting. The idea here is that the scenarios are short enough so that you can play through one in an hour or so.
A definite improvement over most strategy games. I expect to finish my current game of colonization sometime after they send me to the home.
Fortunately, unlike some other scenario-oriented real-time games, you can save your game.
Would that be an oblique reference to Iron Cross?
Would you stop bashing every game in the industry? Sheesh! What are you, a masochist?
What can I say? Salman Rushdie is my hero.
Star Reach succeeds at being a quick-fix strategy game. However, the scale that it has to operate at to accomplish this puts a real damper on the level of strategy that's involved. At their core, all the scenarios are similar. You and your opponent each start with a number of planets. Your goal is to wipe out all enemy HQs while preventing the destruction of your own.
Each planet you control produces minerals and money. The amount produced depends on the type of planet it is.
Planets also produce people. The more people you have, the more money and minerals you can produce.
They produce food as well. Logically enough, food is essential for maintaining and increasing your population.
Minerals and money are used to build stuff. What kind of stuff? Planetary improvements and starships, to be exact. Planetary improvements make your planets better.
Fancy that.
To be specific, they increase your maximum population, improve mineral and food production, let you launch ships and convoys, help you defend your planet, and allow you to build new ships. Starships range from light fighters and troop transports to repair ships and satellites. There are 10 different ship types in all, each of which has a very specific purpose in life. Fighters and destroyers attack other ships. Missile ships bomb ground targets. Satellites create a defensive ring around a planet, and troop transports let you land troops on a planet and attempt to set up a base there.
Once you have a base on a planet, you control its production and can thus use it as a launching point for additional incursions into enemy territory.
In order to set a planet's production, you have to fly to that planet in your star cruiser and dock with it. This sounds really neat on paper, but in reality, you'll spend all of your time dashing from planet to planet like a juggler trying to keep a bunch of plates spinning. I didn't find this fun at all, and it doesn't even make sense.
Say guys, there's this thing. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called radio!
Yeah, the technology is totally wonky. I mean, you're supposed to have a teleporter that rescues you from your star cruiser when you're stupid enough to get it blown up, but you don't have faster-than-light communications to give your planets orders at range? Give me a break.
You'd think you could at least write down your instructions and teleport them to the planet in question.
Thankfully, you can forego using the star cruiser and play in phantom mode. This replaces your cruiser with a cursor, which doesn't take damage or run out of fuel, but which likewise can help out your attack fleets in combat. It's faster than the Star Cruiser, but not by as much as I'd like.
I kept wishing I could use that device dangling from the back of my machine.
You mean the mouse?
Yeah, that's it.
Having bashed the crap out of this game, it's only fair that we mention its good points.
It has good points?
Don't be an ass. The default keyboard arrangement is weird, but that's not a real problem, since you can reconfigure your keyboard controls from the main menu. There's even a feature that tests your configuration to see if any of the keys will lock each other out. You can also set your sound card configuration from within the game itself.
Cool.
The graphics are pretty decent, and the digitized speech which informs you when a planet has finished building something is good, although some of the alien voices are a little hard to understand. I also like the split screen mode, but modem or network play would have been a welcome option. Star Reach could have been a really good game, but there are some fundamental things wrong with it at a very basic level. This makes them hard to overlook and impossible to work around. As a result, the game just isn't very much fun.
If you're a fan of real-time strategy games and you have a hardy constitution, you may get some enjoyment out of Star Reach. Otherwise, you're likely to have a tough time even getting out of orbit.